get us banned for inappropriate language.
I've heard people curse on YouTube. They just don't want it excessive.
You can't curse in the first couple of minutes of it. Let me check it real quick.
What are you talking about? Hurry up, bro. Oh, my God.
No, you have to have the paper, bro.
Oh, I forgot mine on my desk.
I think
Well, you and I will share one.
Albert stole mine.
Yeah, fucking, what is it? Podcast? Oh, this is the old one.
Oh, no. Yeah, we got another one.
Oh, no, I got it.
Albert took mine. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yo, what we need is a board behind us, and then you know how Friends used to have that chalk, like that board. What was his name? Chandler's and the other guy's house.
Back of the door.
Yeah, and then we put like you see how the fucking someone over there put a penis right there.
Is that what that's supposed to be? Of course.
Right? And then we put.
Bunch of fags around here.
Live.
We think John did that, actually. Jonathan.
We're live. All right, we're waiting. We're live on YouTube. Turn up the volume.
We're live now?
Lucas, can they hear us? Are you in?
Live and direct.
We have another minute and change, really. We're supposed to be.
11 people entered the waiting room. No, we don't admit them yet till 7 o'clock. We're letting everyone in.
My boy Paul's on there.
I welcome everyone. We're waiting a couple of minutes to get started. It's 6:58. We're finishing back office is finishing setting everything up. Just be patient with us for a minute.
Good evening, everyone.
I love the way you resonate.
Daryl, you ready? Everyone's live. Everyone's waiting for you.
We're waiting for you, Daryl.
Waiting for you, Daryl.
Here.
Let's put the comment up, the chat, the comment area up. Chat area up.
Rah, rah.
There you go. It's a visual audio. Difficult to hear over the background music. All right. There we go.
That was at 6:44.
Mm-hmm.
We started at 7.
On the dot.
No lie.
Now ready to go.
Can you send me the link real quick? I have a special guest.
We're live. Yeah. Can they hear us? Can everyone hear us?
7 p.m. We start at 7.
Lucas, the audio here is not detecting something unless it's right or not.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay, Bamaris.
We got the thumbs down.
They can't hear us. They cannot hear us. Can you hear us?
Look at the audio down to the left.
I know that. But...
I know, bro. Hold on, bro. It's over here. It's not on you guys.
Can you text them real quick? Can they hear us?
Yeah, they
You have
can
the thing. Can you?
They can't hear you guys.
We're having technical difficulties. Please stand
Bro.
by.
You guys can start.
We're good to go?
We good to go?
Good to go. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's my camera right here, right? Marketing. Hi, guys. I know the last time you guys seen me, I wasn't here last week. Week before that, kind of sick, a little low energy, low vibration. But we are back. We're here with our 10th installment of Tequila Thursdays.
Nice.
Welcome. Thank you guys so much for
Wrap it up.
coming in. All right. Little short. Thank you guys for coming up. We have new sound bites. We're gonna test some stuff out this episode. But guys, again, thank you very much for tuning in to our 10th installment of Tequila Thursdays. I'm your host, Daryl Mills, aka El Mágico. To my right, I have
Jose Martinez.
or
for the purposes of what's going on nowadays, Joseph Martinowitz.
yeah, there you go.
I don't, Jose Martinez is getting me in trouble.
No, that's gonna be an alias nowadays. That's gonna be the alias. Okay.
Joseph Martinowitz. All right, I handle business lending over at Brokers Connection, LendMate Capital, Fun Rock Capital as well. To my right.
How you doing, everybody? Sean McClellan, LendMate Capital Brokers Connection Group. Looking forward to tonight's podcast.
Nice, Sean. Thank you very much for.
Sean always gives him that smooth voice.
I know, right? It sounds.
Hey.
It sounds, you should be a radio host. Hello, my name is Sean. All right, and to my left, you guys don't really see him that often because he's always so busy. Guy's always working. As long as he has cell phone and the internet, the guy is always working. To my left, I have
Christopher Schmidt.
Chris Schmidt. Clap it up for Chris Schmidt.
Chris Schmidt. I don't think we don't have to clap anymore.
Let the games begin.
We'll get that for Chris.
All right.
Everybody can hear us? All right, good. Guys, again, ladies and gents, welcome to our 10th installment of Brokers Connection. Well, 10th Kilo Thursdays, sponsored by Brokers Connection. They say this evening, the whole bit's going to be about, they say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know in commercial lending. This couldn't be more true. Today we're going to turn networking into an art form. Here's the kicker: with federal funding, sources on hold, alternative lenders, brokers, and referral partners are about to become even more valuable. If you're in the game, now is the time to build the right connections. Let's talk more about, how networking is going to put you in the right place at the right time. Really quick, Jose. So we made a video a couple of days ago. We made a work appropriate video a couple of days ago about just the SBA giving like a brief pause on all government backed funding, and then it was reversed. But we have to say that within the first couple of hours of that being announced,
chaos.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos. Yeah. We have right now currently, I don't know if it's 30 or 31. We have 31 SBAs currently pending.
Correct.
Some we received this month, some we received in December, a couple of from November. Sometimes SBA loans, guys, take a little bit longer to close than those deals.
Yeah.
And everybody reached out to us in a panic. Thank goodness we have alternative sources in which we're able to go ahead and secure financing for people with other programs. So we weren't really too worried. We actually made a video and we posted it in the group, in our Mighty app, just showing you guys that we do have other options. Thank goodness. We weren't worried. Okay. But, people reached out to us. They were a little bit nervous and,
they were concerned. They were concerned, because the SBA does put a lot of money to small businesses.
Yeah.
So, it did create a panic, not just on the business lending side, but also on the mortgage side. Because a lot of mortgages, and Chris, I'm sure you can attest to this, is a lot of there's a few mortgages, commercial lending. If you're looking to purchase a property, a commercial space, right? As long as you're able to, you're in 51%, then the SBA insures it. So there was also a little bit of panic on that. Also, with our investment properties, we do have programs that are insured by the SBA. So it did create a little bit of panic for, I would say, 24 hours, right? And then what happened was, you guys already know, you watched the news. There was a freeze put on the SBA. However, after that, it was kind of overturned. Thankfully, right now, the SBA is still going as far as SBA programs. So it didn't stop the SBA funding. If you have files with us with the SBA, it didn't stop the funding. But I think it was a good thing. You want to know why? Because it allowed us to go ahead and pivot and understand what happens if the SBA, God forbid, knock on wood, it does disappear, or there's no more access to small businesses through the SBA. What we started doing was we started just getting on the phone with different bankers, and for a lot of banks, which I don't know if you know this, they're already prepared for all this because they offer alternative type of financing.
Yep.
I spoke to a bank today. They said they can give you a line of credit, $50,000. All they need is an application, 3 months of bank statements. Now, this isn't a cash advance. This is an actual bank, a regional bank that will go ahead and approve you, right? So you're getting traditional line of credit or term loans. They $50,000 and below, there's no UCCs, so it's unsecured. 51,000 and above, there is a UCC. It does affect if you're getting other type of financing for the business, but we can definitely explain that to you. But the simple fact that they have programs where they don't require 2 years of business tax returns, 2 years of personal profit and loss, balance sheet, and an application, right? It was just telling you how the economy or how different banks are adjusting to what's going on now, as far as to not a lot of business owners file their taxes. Unfortunately, it's strange to hear, but they don't have 2023 tax returns. Or if they do have 2023 tax returns, they're not showing a profit. right? So it allows, now we just understood that there's a lot of different programs available to business owners. Everything from a line of credit, term loan, and even business credit cards. A lot of clients started becoming open to the idea because you need day-to-day funding for small purchases or transactions, right?
So Jose, now let me ask you this. So because you had a meeting with a few bankers today.
Yes.
Now the program that you just said, is that a no income documentation required program, or like what?
Some of them were. Some of them were. And what that means is that depending on the credit profile, depending on your business, how long it's been open for, depending on the industry that you're in, we can go ahead and do no income documentation funding, right?
Okay.
But it's a different type of program. A lot of clients want lines of credit, but unfortunately, some of them are in a position where they don't qualify for it, whether they've only been open for 30 days,
Yeah.
60 days, or less than a year. Most banks want to see you open for 2 years in order for them to go ahead and give you what you would traditionally want, a line of credit or a term loan. Aside from that, you're looking at cash advance options. They do have lines of credit that are structured as a cash advance, but the cost of money is a little bit too expensive for some people if they don't know how to use it.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. So now, with I guess like,
Wow.
what is this?
Is it the SBA?
No. So what one of the cool things that we did this week, which was amazing, we pivoted, but we pivoted in such a way that we had to reach out to all of our connections to just make sure
Relationships.
relationships
Connections.
to make sure that with our strong, because we have a strong referral source. Thank you guys, for everybody that's a part of Brokers Connection, and you guys are sending us over a ton of deals. We wanted to make sure that we didn't skip a beat, right? We want to make sure that all of your deals still had a home, right? So we had to immediately, not scramble. We had to jump right on the phone and make sure that we're able to leverage our relationships and to make sure that we still had the programs available for everyone. And that's why, it was, we even got a couple of, bankers to come in here that run branches. They were able to come in here and immediately meet with Jose just to go over strategy, just in case this was, thank you very much, sir. Just in case that was going to be something that, with the change of presidency and the shutdown of all government-backed funding, we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to have to skip a beat when it came to all you guys, especially the deals that we already have pending currently with the SBA. So, the alternative lines of credit, just like most of you guys that are signed up, you guys already have a list of our products. I don't want to go over it or bore you with that, but we have, some lines of credit, you only have to have a 625 credit score, and you only have to be in business for 3 months,
right?
And you have to be just making $5,000 a month, not even profit, just gross, deposit into your business bank account. So again, we just want to make sure that, one, nothing changed in 2025 with the regulations. We want to make sure that all those programs were still available. And that's how Jose was actually able to go ahead and see that we were able to, with no income documents required, make sure that you guys are still able to have
and there's a lot of different programs. There's definitely a lot of different programs. And we go over and over again about, revenue-based type of financing, traditional bank loans, SBA loans. Today, I was just very shocked. 3 months of statements, 1-page application. It's not a cash advance. It's a traditional bank. It's actually a regional bank. And they are able to get you approved with traditional bank terms. There was one other bank that's a national bank. They have no limit for their credit cards. It's just based off of what do you need the money for? What's your credit score? How many cards do you have? They would approve you for up to 100,000. They also have no limit on their lines of credit or term loans. I don't know if you guys know this, but traditionally, when a bank approves you, they're looking at 20% of your gross revenue, 20 to 25%. SBA can do up to 30%.
Time out. Now, when you say gross revenue, right, Jose, you mean gross monthly revenue or annual? What do they want to see?
Gross annual revenue. So on 2023 tax returns, the first line says gross revenue. They want to make sure that number is, they really don't have a number for that. To be honest with you, we want to keep it at 100,000, but as long as that number is above $100,000 and you can afford a payment, they were willing to go up. The banker told me that the biggest loan that they did, obviously the gross revenue was higher, was 75 million. So that's huge.
Yeah.
But just to get everyone, what do you guys actually, getting back to what you said before, as far as the, just obviously the election, we saw the inauguration, et cetera.
Yeah.
Chris, how does that affect mortgages, or has that affected mortgages?
My sense is the SBA The SBA, when they did that temporary.
Well, just in
freeze,
general, not just the SBA, but just funding in general with mortgages, commercial lending, etc.
Every analyst I know right now thinks rates are going to go down about 100 to 150 basis points in
Wow.
the next 15 months.
That's huge. Now,
Wow.
just so that for the people out there, what does a basis point mean as far as an interest rate? So right now, I think prime is 8.5% or so.
Yeah.
Where,
So
where,
right at
where,
8 and a
where
quarter.
if you had to put it down, where would it drop down to? What would the
I
rate?
think the overnight lending rate's going to go to like 6 3/4, 6.5.
Okay.
And I think you're going to see interest rates across the board on interest only loans,
Yeah.
like 150 basis
Yeah.
points.
Nice.
And then you're going to see federal loans like FHA, Fannie and Freddie, commercial loans
Yeah.
drop about 100, 25 basis points.
Nice.
So now again, I don't really know that much about mortgages or real estate. I'm just a business funding guy. So Chris, I know speaking with some of my clients that some of my referral sources that send deals over. A lot of people were afraid over the last couple of years to refinance or take equity out of their home because the rates, they have a great rate before. They don't want to refinance it to a higher rate right now. So do you think refinances are going to go up now that the rates are going to drop a little bit?
On commercial?
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to remember, there's people who have bridge loans. They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
The loan is due. They have to finance. So
Yeah.
the fact that they're going to be financing the lower rates should bring more confidence to the market.
Yeah.
Means LTVs can go up a little bit.
Okay.
And you're going to see deals that were dead last year. They're going to be alive this year.
It's
Yeah.
funny you say that. I know Daryl and Sean, you guys were reaching out to clients in the past as far as business funding.
Yeah.
And a lot of them came back, right? A lot of them, I need money now. I know that one of the biggest things, I mean, we speak to different shops all the time, is that a lot of clients were declined because of cash flow. Right?
Yeah.
They were negative days, et cetera, which did not allow the clients to qualify. But now a lot of clients are coming back, right? Clients that said no to you before are now saying yes.
Yeah.
They want to get that money while they can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Or needs have changed.
So
Too,
do you think it was because of needs of change? Or do you think that they thought there was going to be some inconsistency as far as to what was going to happen due to the presidency, the inauguration?
I think there's a lot more confidence now too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, I think they have a lot more confidence in the economy. They feel like things are going to be a little more stable going forward. So yeah, I definitely think that they're looking to get some funding now because they feel that that there's a better chance of their business sustaining now.
Got
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, nice.
I see people wanting to get ahead of the curve. They think they feel the positive vibe, and there might be a little uncertainty right now. But you get the money now, you put it to work now, and then you're already up and running ahead. So when the business is coming, you got everything
Right.
up. Your expansion's done. You're already ready to take on the larger business.
So you're
volume.
saying that they see good vibrations? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, you know what? Usually traditionally, December is usually a huge month for, in the business lending space,
Yes.
except,
Why is that?
well, usually what happens is underwriters typically tend to, loosen up on their requirements. Everybody, some of these or the funding sources, some of them get charged a vig of almost like $10,000 a day for every $1,000,
That they hold.
something ridiculous that they didn't put out, that they did not lend. They have to pay a lot of money on it. So traditionally, like a $50,000, business loan approval could now turn into 75, almost like $85,000, which is almost unheard of, in our space. But the caveat this year is usually election year. People are a little skeptical before the change of presidency, right? So this December in particular, almost like 4 years ago, people were a little up in the air. People were a little apprehensive. But January, this month, is when everybody started coming back. That's why we started reaching out to a lot of the people that we were working with in the summertime. A lot of people traditionally around like the fourth quarter of election year, they want to kind of hold off, a little skeptical. They don't know what's going to go on. They don't know how to change the presidency is going to affect the market, affect their clients, affect prices of goods, materials, construction people, huge. In the transportation industry, as far as like gas prices going up or down, people always are a little more apprehensive. But now, people kind of starting to see like, things start to shake out, starting to get a little more comfortable in figuring out the landscape. And I'm going to tell you, people are coming back and they're really applying for funding. Just this evening alone, we were able to go ahead. Well, me, myself personally, I was able to go ahead and get a couple of deals sold in the revenue-based in the revenue-based financing space. I was able to send out a couple of contracts. Hopefully tomorrow, not hopefully tomorrow, we're gonna get them done, right? But people are up in arms pretty much right now, and we just have to make sure that we're able to strategically place deals. Good thing about being a part of our company and what we do is there's always a pivot, there's always a caveat. You know, let's just say someone's been struggling over the past couple of months. They have no revenue coming in. We're able to go ahead and pivot to our no doc funding program. Let's just say people's credit took a hit for some reason, you know, the fourth quarter, but they have revenue. We could pivot to another program. You know, let's just say that people really stopped working their you know, their own business and they took a 9-to-5 job and now they have the W-2 revenue. We're able to go ahead and pivot to a personal loan. Being now we're able to pivot to so many different products, still, you know, business hasn't really slipped a bit for us, you know, which is great. And, you know, our job is really just to educate you guys to be able to pivot as well. You know, I know, you know,
to adapt to the need. You know what I'm saying? Be able to adapt to the need that the clients have. You know?
Also, to understand, there's options. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys saw me. I was looking on my phone.
we all seen you. We seen you texting.
You know what? It's great news. She said yes. Okay, I'm gonna have her come on. So there's this young lady. Her name is Irma. I just sent over the link now. I'll wait for her to get in so that she can obviously confirm what I'm going to mention to you guys. But this is a story as far as networking, right? And this is what today's topic is: networking and understanding that you have different options, but you may meet someone else that can provide a different type of option.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll wait for her to get in. Once she gets in, you know, definitely we can go in.
So while we're waiting for her to get in, I just want to read some of the comments. So of course, you know, our guy Sean Comey. I see. What are you cooking? What are you cooking over there, Sean? So you got some steak cooking? What do you got going on over
Sean's
there?
always cooking.
Sean's always cooking. This time. What's up, Sean? What do you got going on?
He's got it on mute, I think.
Hold on. Can't hear you, Sean. Hold on 1 second. Can we hear you now? Say something, Sean. Oh,
Nachos,
nice. So that's Sean Comey. Sean said, I mean, allude Jim Carrey's voice. And then also the other Sean, SEAN. Sean says, for the business credit cards, is that a one-shot deal, or can we get them more 0% cards down the line?
yes.
Well,
yeah, there's always, remember, 0% is an introductory APR, right? So they do have different types of banks. There's over, I would say, 20 different types of banks that offer it. Some are regional, some are community banks, some are national. So we do deal with different types of banks that are able to offer that. Sometimes we are limited because they're not in the state in which the client, you know, the bank is. Sometimes they do have to be in their footprint, is what it's called. So they have to be in the area of where they're at. We have 0% business credit cards that are just on the West Coast, only service 9 states. We have business credit cards that only service the East Coast, right? So yes, to answer your question, yes, we can. We are able to provide them additional type of funding. If they're looking for 0% business credit cards, we definitely can. Let us know who it is, and we can go ahead and do that.
Now, Jose, one of the things that we also discussed, you know, just to make sure that we're able to maximize every client, you know, that is sent to us or that is looking for funds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we see that 0%, they don't really qualify for that many cards, right? But now
Wait! I gotta let you because she's driving. Irma is here.
She is here, Irma.
Yes, Irma, are you there? Can you unmute yourself?
Don't change camera.
Let's see if she's at. Go scroll
I'm
down to
not.
I.
Just want to see if she's here.
It's
She's
on her
here.
iPhone. Irma, Edmila. There you go.
She
Ask
has
to unmute. There you go.
She says
Ask to
to
unmute.
unmute.
There you go. Just unmute yourself, Irma. All right. So tell you a little bit about Irma. So Irma came to me through a different affiliate. Irma, you know, the client that she's working with was looking for business lending, right? He was looking for business funding. However, what happens is a lot of the times when you send it to other companies, there's only one product they have in mind, right? It's a merchant cash advance. This client was great. It's a great client. Client has a 700 credit score. Client has tax returns showing a profit 300. I think it was I think it was above 350,000. The client also has bank statements showing average daily balances of $150,000. Huge. This is a dream for any MCA guy. So the Irma comes to me and says, "Hey, listen, Jose, I've been, and someone gave me your contact information. They said that you could possibly help us out." I went over everything with her. First thing I wanted to do was set expectations. Understand the client has to merit the approval in order for him or her to qualify for the dollar amount that you're looking for in the program that you're looking for. She said, no problem. I went through it. 700 scores I mentioned before. Perfect. Does he have tax returns? Yes, he does. Okay, send me the last two. I need a profit and loss, bank statement, profit and loss, profit and loss, last 2 years
Skill
business,
Thursdays, Skill
last
Thursdays.
2 years business tax returns, last 2 years personal tax returns, profit and loss balance sheet, right? I received the documentation. This guy's clean. He's great. He's amazing. I said, listen, we have several options. We are able to go ahead and do a 10-year term SBA backed by the SBA. I can go ahead and rush this, and we are able to put him in for X amount of funding. I thought it was only going to be possibly $100,000, $250,000. Send it to the SBA. They come back to me, Jose, we like this file. We can do $500,000, $500,000.
Clap that up.
Right? Clap it up there. But on here, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have no.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
No,
That's not the right one.
but you know what happens is that now a client that was only given options for merchant cash advances, daily payment options, now we are able to present to him $500,000 over a 10-year term. Interest rate is going to be prime plus 4.75. And the reason why I'm excited is because Irma just texted me, hey, he received a pre-approval. He's ready to go. That means the E-Trans score came back. He's ready to go for $500,000. So this is $500,000 monthly payments, 10-year term. And this business is growing. Think about it. What kind of construction company do you see having average daily balances of $150,000? Right. So this is why I wanted you to come in, Irma. I don't know if you are able to. Can she speak? Irma, you there? Oh, there we go. Okay, Irma. So and what I said, is that correct, or did I miss anything? Did I exaggerate anything? Okay. Correct. Huge. Right. That's. I wish every client was like that.
Easy going, right?
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I'm glad you say that, because I mean, listen, I'm not trying to speak bad about any bankers or anyone that works in the banking industry, but a lot of the times, even some bankers, unless you're reaching the top tier bankers, they really don't know how much a client could essentially qualify for, right? And then that's where we come in, and I tell everyone, right, because I number one, I want everyone to understand you can do this on your own. You can walk into a bank. Matter of fact, go to the bank yourself, try it out, and then come to us. Right? Then come to us, because now you know that I'm gonna guide you. And what I'm gonna tell you is how to go ahead and properly structure your business. Irma, what you did was amazing, because you basically provided the client with financial literacy. You made him understand credit is very important. Let's look at your credit profile. He has a lot of money, but if you're behind on any payments, or there's other cards on there that the utilization is high, your credit score drops. So it doesn't really matter how much money you actually have if you're trying to reach that next level or that goal. And you had mentioned to me that today you received, obviously, I don't want to mention the banker's name, but you received a letter, or an email from them saying, hey, $500,000 is good to go. You asked me what's the next step, and then I guess tomorrow we're going to make sure that I expedite it so that they can get on the phone with the bank and push everything through. So that they can go ahead. And what was the dollar amount again? 500,000. All right, so that's huge. I'm glad. Thank you, Irma. Thank you very much. I definitely want. I'm glad that we were able to help him out, and I'm glad that he was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because, like I said before, he was only getting approved for cash advances, and that's because of these guys. Some of these people are, they don't like to put in the work. A lot of people don't like to put in the work. They just want the easy money. However, this is how you grow a client. I'm sure this client moving forward, he's going to call me for any other type of money that he needs later on, right? Because we did the right thing by him.
Jose, really quick, not to cut you off, but to cut you off. When you say cash advance,
Yes.
right? Just for the new people that are here, or the new people that are new to the alternative funding space. What is a cash advance? I see my man Sean Colby say I need the MCAs right now. So what is an MCA or a cash advance? People say.
First of all, guys, if I got to repeat it, you guys weren't on Saturday. Saturday we had the Facebook Live. I was just there by myself, repeating the same thing over and over again because you guys didn't come with questions.
I was lurking in the background.
You were lurking in the background. That was you, huh?
Yeah, I was there. You look good that day. Your hair look good. Everything look
you.
good, bro. Gotta say.
I tried.
Gotta say.
But a merchant cash advance is a purchase of your future receivables. What does that mean? It's not a loan. It's not a term loan. It's not a line of credit. It basically means that what they do, they request from you the last 4 months of your business bank statements, a one-page application, right? And then what they do is they underwrite the file. They do projections on how much money you're going to receive in the near future. That's why they want to see consistency in your bank statements. Normally, they will approve you for up to 100 to 150% of your average deposits. Okay. Now, a lot of the times, depending on the industry, the term isn't going to be 3 to 5 years. However, this type of money, you would only take it if you have an immediate need. What does that mean? It means that I have a project that I have to fund tomorrow, and if I don't have this money, I'm going to lose it to someone else. So I need money quickly. It's not for people that are hurting. It's not for people that have bad credit. It's for clients that need access to the fund quickly.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people, unless you're going to use this money within 24 to 48 hours, this isn't the financing for you.
That's the misconception, because people think that revenue-based lending or cash advance or MCAs, whatever you guys want to call it, they think it's just for people with poor credit score.
Correct. Sean, what do you think? Is it poor credit score? How do you feel?
I think it's also a sense of urgency as well. If somebody needs that money in 2 weeks or less, they're gonna have to get the merchant cash advance because the simplicity, right? So I mean, all we really need is limited documentation, and we can get funds in their account in 48 hours or less. So it's a great tool if it serves the purpose. You know what I'm saying? If that money is going to generate a profit for them.
And that's the main thing, right? It's called working capital for a reason.
Right.
It's
You got a pizza oven.
It's not a
and it's
fix
out on
all.
the fritz. You replace that sucker.
That's
It's
it.
not the
But if you
answer.
go in there, you want to go on vacation. That's not the use for the money.
It's not the answer to every problem. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
It has its certain, niches where it fits in and it's advantageous. But we do have exit strategies. You know what I'm saying? If that borrower fits the criteria, if they need money right away, we can put them in one of those programs. However, we can also get them into something longer term.
What if the client has bad credit, and unfortunately that's what he or she qualifies at the moment? How do you work it so that you can make them bankable?
Well, we have credit repair, obviously. So yeah, we can always nurse their credit up, kind of come up with a strategy to get them into the position where they can be bankable.
Correct.
Where they can get that traditional financing. So
Correct.
yeah, we can do it all. So
Okay, good, nice.
You know what, Jose? This is tonight we did really want to focus, just because this is something that you did, and I'm not really that good at. You were able to go ahead and you actually taught me something this week, how you were able to quickly just get bankers to come in here and discuss different products.
It wasn't me, it was the team. All of us.
Okay.
Remember, you guys, I would love to one day, what we're gonna do is put it on my app, walk you guys through the office. This isn't just us four that you guys see all the time. We have underwriters.
There's other people that work here.
Definitely is other people.
Not just us right here at this wall on the computer.
We
okay?
have
There's other
most
people.
handsome.
Yeah, we have underwriters, we have processors, we have people that handle everything on the back end. So it wasn't just me; it was our team reaching out to different bankers. We had to pivot. We had to, a lot of them was just on LinkedIn, speaking to a lot of these bankers. But you have to understand how to do it correctly, right? And they already understood. Okay, companies like yourself are reaching out to us. They are sending us deals, etc., doing this, and that. But you also at the same time have to send over volume, right? For someone to take you seriously, you have to send over volume. Which means if you try to do it on your own, you definitely can. But if you're sending one or two files, people just don't really take you seriously.
Right. So the reason why I wanted to pivot and speak about that is because networking.
Mm-hmm.
It's never really about what you know, right? Life and big business and everything, politics,
But
anything.
it was networking. We actually did digital.
Well, hold on, let me finish. It's about who you know, right? Life, everything in general, business is all about who you know, right? I know you, right? I'm good, right? Am
I know
good?
Lucas.
You good,
Yeah.
right? So I just wanted to just pick your brain a little bit in front of everybody, Chris and Sean. Hope you guys don't mind. Well, you next too. Networking and just being able to not just know your community, know who's around you, and know who to ask certain questions. What's like some tips that you can give everybody that's in here, our 31 participants in here, about how they can maximize, I guess, the knowledge or their reach with the people around them to try to generate more business for themselves?
Understand your
Because
niche.
you are very good at that. I must admit, you are very good at that. So just how do you do it, bro?
Understand your niche. Understand your niche and understand your community. Right. For me, I speak Spanish, so I focus a lot on the
¿Cómo se
Spanish.
llama?
¿Cómo estás?
Oh,
I focus a lot on the Spanish community. And the reason why is because the Spanish community, obviously, it's an untapped market.
Yeah.
But I focus on them to educate, right? It's to educate. I growing up, I didn't know financial literacy. I thought that you take a credit card, max it out. Hey, screw it. What's going to happen? This and this. No, but until I learned, when I tried to get my first car, I couldn't. Credit score was shot. You understand? I could have all the money in the world, but the credit score was shut unless I'm paying for it cash.
You thought you were going to get a first-time buyers program, and they said,
Yes,
no, sir.
No, senor.
No, senor.
So now financial literacy is very important. Pick your niche. Understand the people, the community that you're reaching out to.
Yeah.
One thing that I mentioned last time which is one thing that I did one time, I tested out, was get a shirt with your QR code. This way, you don't if you're shy, you don't know how to speak to people, not know how to speak to people, but you're not able to make that first interaction. Get a shirt with a QR code, right? And just put "scan me." That's it. Put on the back of your shirt, "scan me," so no one thinks they're intrusive. If it's in the front, where they have to go ahead and scan you. Just put "scan me," right? Curiosity is gonna go always say, "Hey, let me scan it, see what it is." Scan me. When you scan it now to a landing page. Scan it to a landing page to tell people what you do. Right? Because now what's going to happen is people are going to wait, hold on, business lending. Oh, I could do this, I could do that, etc.
Yeah.
You're going to get more interactions of people taking pictures than you having a conversation with someone.
Yep. Ease of access.
That's it. And try it. Try it. I had people that laughed at me like, oh, scan me. This is okay, no problem. That's good. You know what? But then they saw the leads coming in.
Yeah.
They were like, wow, I just want to know more information. What do you mean? Scan me, business lending. Scan me, you need money for the business. Scan me. You want to start up a business,
And that's something they can put on their social media all over.
100%.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name
Mhm.
it. They can do that, and it will redirect them to a profile of theirs, kind of explain what they do and where they're at. So absolutely, yeah.
That
Yeah.
join community, join Facebook groups.
Facebook groups is
Right,
huge.
my marketers are a little bit lazy. They love joining Facebook groups. They don't want to talk. They're marketers. They don't get on the phone, right? So just join Facebook groups. Everything is texting, right? So that's it. It's just do that. Join different types of groups that you possibly can. You don't have to have that one-on-one interaction a lot of the time. You definitely do not have to do that. Well, just let me ask you, Chris. Chris, how about yourself? Just to get you engaged. How did you, when you first started off, how did you acquire your business? Aside from just leads and cold calling, because you're going back to you were with the Wolf of Wall Street.
Back in '95, yeah.
What is it? Stratton Oakmont?
Stratton Oakmont.
Stratton
Oakmont.
Oakmont, yeah.
You were back with them, but how did you guys do? Because it was it, right? You guys were killers on the phone.
Yeah, I was one of the first mortgage guys in '98 to go from stocks to mortgages.
Nice.
That's around the 96, 97, 98 is when the people started transitioning over to the mortgage end, because it was just, you're not going to get.
And how did you market yourself?
Oh, I was just given 100 leads that said the word dead on them. And I was told, don't believe it. Just call them. I turned in 9 deals. And the guy who had the leads who wrote the word dead, he had 1 deal. When he came up his last paycheck, they stapled 9 HUDs that I closed with
Nice.
copies of our checks.
Do you know what
And all the money he missed out
Do
on,
you know why that was? Why do you think that was?
because I didn't believe that the leads were dead.
But aside from that, you have to.
And I wanted to learn. So
Correct. And this is also too, like when you guys buy leads, or if you guys have a shop, you guys have people working for you, etc. Remember that everything is about the psyche. So you want them. So
Perspective.
someone may trust me. When I first started off in the industry, I changed my name. Right. I'm talking about years ago. Some people in certain states don't want to do business with a Jose Martinez. Right. I said, let me try something out because I'm all about trying. Let me try it out. I'm not gonna knock it till I do it.
You sure are. Try it.
You know what? I went ahead and I did a different name. Honestly, started getting submissions in. It's not that I don't know the product.
Are you gonna share the name that you?
It's no.
Yeah, I know it. I know it,
No.
bro. You gonna share it? Or...
I'll share it. You know what? You know
Come
what?
on,
It
come
was,
on,
yo,
sips or
it
what?
was,
What
it
are you
was,
gonna do?
no, it was this other guy that used to work with me in another company, and I was like, yo, that's a cool name. You know, it's cool to have.
It wasn't Lexington Steel, was it?
No, it wasn't. Like, it was two first names, and I was like, it was Greg Stevens.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You know what? Now I'm just like, yo, Joseph Martinowitz.
Yeah.
But you know,
how you doing, Joey?
yeah, that's it. Right?
Joey.
But you know what it is a lot of the times is just it's just understanding people's psychology. Some people don't want to do business with this type of person, etc. So it's what life is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's what life is.
Yep.
So you got to face it. You can't complain about it. You can't cry about
Deal with it.
if you're in this type of industry. Right. And then also too, it's maybe they didn't like the sound of your voice. Right. I tell people all the time, maybe they don't want to speak to a female. Maybe they want to speak to a male.
Yep.
You know, maybe they
Or
will,
vice versa.
Right.
There's a lot of times where people would rather not speak to me, but they want to talk to Sarah.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, you can't get upset about it. And that's business.
Yeah.
You have to just accept what comes with it, roll with the punches, but just make sure when it's your
Yeah.
time, when you're on the clock, when you're on the clock, you just gotta perform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And you always have to pivot as well.
Right.
All right. You have to be able to pivot. You have to be a chameleon. You have to be able to adapt.
Versatile,
You have to
versatile.
always, yes, you have to always be able to adapt to the current environment, to the current events,
Yeah.
whatever the current climate is at the time. If you're in sales, have to be able to adapt or you die.
Yes. And also too,
Yeah.
tonality. When you're on sales, tonality, you have to be able to speak to someone and understand how they're feeling on the other end.
Right.
Right. I tell you, listen, when I'm on the phone, I always smile. Right. If I smile at the end, for some reason, it just attracts like on the other end, they're smiling too.
They feel you.
They're not
That gold
combative.
smile is
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They're not combative. And I think, Schmidt, I mean,
Subliminal.
right. And one of the things is you got to know your product.
Yeah.
Chris,
That's why what I was saying before.
yeah.
I wanted to learn. So why are you dead? Let me write down. And they took notes. And because the other guy was a one-trick pony.
Yes.
That's why all those leads were dead.
Yeah.
I went like this subprime. There was this. There was
you
that.
identified
That's what the problems were.
Yeah.
huge. You identify what the problem was and you try to figure out a way to solve it.
Right.
Yep.
Most people don't do that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
See. That's it. People like to hear about other people's problems. They like to love the gossip. Gossiping is what everybody does, right? How many people are problem solvers, troubleshooters, right? Identify the pain points. I ask the tough questions. If I see that in somebody's bank statements they're taking a 30% dip, I ask, hey, is this your slow season?
Yeah.
You know, we were submitted a deal yesterday. A guy owned a water park in Louisiana, and I mean I've never been to Louisiana, but I asked him. I said, "How is your January looking? How is your December looking?" And he told me right on the phone, "I'm not really doing good." I said, "Is it an outdoor or indoor water park?" That's a question most people wouldn't have asked. It's an outdoor water park in Louisiana. The guy's like, "Hey, listen, it's been like 30, 40 degrees. No one wants."
Can I ask you a question? When you spoke
Yeah.
to that client, did you have to adjust the speed of your
my tone, like how
Fast speak.
yes.
New Yorkers speak
because
fast.
and I say that because of me, like someone in Chicago a couple of years ago said that to me. They're like, "Yo, you're a city slicker from New York,"
Yes.
and I was like, "Okay," and then that made me understand. Okay, I have to
Yes.
learn
Slow it down.
how to pronunciate.
Enunciate.
Enunciate. I'm sorry.
There we go.
enunciate.
Tequila
Tequila
Thursdays.
Thursdays. I have to be able to go. No, but even on top of that, I have to be able to pronounce everything correctly.
Yes.
And you try different things. Like
Yeah.
some people, pit bull is going to work.
Yeah.
Some people need to whisper approach.
Yeah.
Need to slow because they people on the phone.
Tonality,
They're going like this with the phone, like they want to hear.
Yeah.
So
But
you try different tacks.
and
Slow
Chris,
down.
Chris,
stop.
I'm glad you said it because that's a part of tonality, right?
Tonality
And-
huge.
You have to be relatable to the person that you're speaking to over the phone, right? So if I'm speaking to a New Yorker, I know I have to be fast, straight to the point because they have like 1,000 different offers, right? to someone in the Midwest, and not to offend anybody, someone in the Midwest, it's gonna be like a little slower. You gotta slow down your tone, like Jose said. You have to enunciate, and it's just being. Honestly, every call shouldn't feel like a sales call. You have to be marketable to everybody.
And
that you're speaking to.
nowadays, it's not even that. It's not the car salesman approach.
No,
Right? It's not.
Shove it
And
back
listen,
into it.
every phone
not
call-
like Chris and the stockbrokers back in the days.
Yeah.
Not like those guys from the movies, right?
But now
I don't know
what
what you're
it,
talking about.
no, but you know what? Now what it is you number one, when you get on the phone with the client, especially if you're doing business lending, you have to understand that there's going to be a wall put up.
Yeah.
I know about walls, but you have to understand that there's going to be a wall put up.
What does that mean?
So you guys, so understand this. When you first go ahead and speak to a client, you have to go ahead and diffuse the situation, because they're gonna come on. They're gonna come on. Hey, wait. You guys, you providing these types of short-term type of financing, short-term type financing, short-term loans, predatory loans, etc. No, let them know. Listen, I have different programs. I'm calling you because I have the ability to provide you monthly options. You understand? So it's diffusing the situation from the beginning. That's number one. Diffuse the situation. Let them know that you're calling to understand their needs.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Really quick, Jose, because
Yeah.
you know we like to interact with
Yes.
everybody that's in here. I just want to read some stuff out here. So, Sean Coleman, my man Glenn Ross. I need the new leads. ABC, always be
ABC.
closing. Yep.
There you go.
Oh,
Funk Master
that's-
Flex.
That's a new one. That's a new one, Sean. All right, that's a new one. But I had to do it.
Master
I had to do it for you, Glenn Ross. I'm not sure if anybody has ever, really seen, the movie, but ABC always be.
Have you seen the movie?
Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
That's one of those intro movies that you have to see.
Yes.
Like
That
whenever
one
you're
and
so
Boiler
that
Room.
boiler room, you have to see those kind of movies.
Mhm.
But
Boiler Room.
you had to see Boiler Room right here on Long Island.
All I'm telling you is the guys where I worked, we were embarrassed by that movie.
Really?
Quite honestly, yes.
Why is that, Chris?
Why? Because no respectable broker would have said, "All right, I'll do 2,000 shares at $10 a share." No, you go. Listen, I bought these leads. We're going $1 million deals.
Yeah.
I thought I don't tell me I'm overpaying for these leads.
Yeah.
Let's go. You can't do $1 million deal. That's how those conversations went.
You know what, Chris? Just to piggyback off that, that's like almost like an act as if, right? So when you're on your phone, you act as if.
Not to cut you guys off real quick before I forget, I was just told by our marketing team that tomorrow you guys are actually receiving your leads, the 1,000 leads that you receive along with the CRM.
Oh, that's
so
just
Sean,
drop that.
So tomorrow you guys receive the 1,000 leads. Also, too, there is a link to schedule so that we can go ahead and set up the text messaging for you. So it's more of a one-on-one for you to be able to go. What's up with the thumbs down?
But hold on, is that for
thumbs down?
Is
Is
that
the thumbs out? Thumbs out.
Hold on, is that everybody in the chat getting 1,000 leads, or is that
no? Whoever is on with Brokers Connection, whoever has access, Brokers Connection, they're on with. They have access to a CRM.
Yeah.
And they have access to 1,000 leads. Tomorrow they will have the intent leads. You'll have 1,000 intent leads a month. 1,000 intent leads a month. We're going to teach you how to go ahead and market for them. But first, we want to make sure that all the systems are connected correctly. So there's going to be a link for you guys to be able, you guys and girls, to be able to, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to connect
you
can't
say boys and girls nowadays. These guys are kind of crazy. All right.
To be able to go ahead and set up the text messaging option. Okay. Please do me a favor. Make sure you got you everyone is on it, because this is very, very valuable. Number one is setting up your CRM correctly. It's a one-on-one. Wait, it's a one-on-one call? Really? And it's for free? You're not charging me anything? Wow. All right.
Happy hunting.
We have
everyone.
to talk to these
Happy
guys.
hunting.
But it's a one-on-one call. You guys
one of these times we just gotta get the marketing guys on the podcast, because they're feeding us stuff, and you guys can.
They hide behind the cameras.
Yeah, he's shy, stage fright. It happens. 1 out of 3 people.
Yeah.
Right? No, but listen, guys. We're
get back to what you were saying.
No, hold on. But I want to piggyback that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're going to provide 1,000 leads with intent, right? But that means nothing if you guys can't engage with them.
Yeah.
Right. So again, when you're on the phone or you're texting or you're sending a carrier pigeon, however you're speaking to these people, make sure that you're asking the proper question. Why do they need the money? Don't just assume that because somebody has an 800 credit score that they deserve an SBA loan. They deserve a term loan.
Right.
You have to understand
A lot of variables go into it.
why they need the money, how much do they need. Most important, well, the second most important question is how soon do they need the money?
Correct.
Because again, if you need the money tomorrow, I don't care what your credit score is. That's a certain program.
Yes.
If you need the money in 2 weeks, okay, that could be like a plethora of other programs. But if you have an immediate need or you don't really have that much of a need, those all encompass different programs.
Right.
So again, when you're affiliated with a company like ours, it's all about what they are using the money for. And also the other variable is how soon they need it.
Soon, yeah.
When you're dealing with a company like ours, in which we have 15 different programs, I mean, I could do something with your house, I could do something with you personally, or I could do something with your business. Okay, so there's a bunch of different variables. So you have to just understand that sometimes you can wrap somebody up and give them 5 different programs, and they'll go ahead and send you a Christmas gift.
You know what? Let's everyone's
I'd like
here.
to say something real quick.
Yeah, of course, Chris.
You guys don't want to sound like your salespeople. So what you should be doing is make it like an investigation. You should be going out and finding.
Yeah, sound
out
like law
about-
enforcement. Yeah, sound like law enforcement.
Listen.
You heard it here first.
Wait, not law
Chris-
enforcement.
Chris
Not
Smith,
law
you heard it here
enforcement.
first.
Listen.
Law
Stop jumping
enforcement.
down.
If it's law
I'm not.
enforcement, I'm not answering
You're
the
trying to understand your client.
Pain
You have to
points.
do a little bit of digging,
Right.
a little detective work, if you will.
Yeah.
Know your client. Find out what they want. Find out what they do. You might find out you think you're going to sell one deal. Next thing you're selling 15.
Yeah.
And
Wait. Do they need an executive summary?
Sometimes.
Most people don't know. Chris is very, very diligent. He's very, very good at what he does. He
Yes.
asks for all the information, and I bust his chops because for every client, he wants an executive summary. I understand. I understand.
No, hold on, because I don't know anything that goes on the real estate mortgage side. Chris, really quick for those out there, what the hell is an executive summary?
An executive summary in commercial parlance is like 1003, but only it's like a letter. It's 1 to 2 pages long. It's who is doing what, where, why, for how long, and what their exit strategy is. And they describe the project a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, understand, I do not like to waste time. I came from an MCA background. So if I have to ask a client for an executive summary, I am not doing my job. I can get them on the phone and I can type it up. Who, what, when, where, why.
And how?
Done.
How?
You understand? And so these
I do sometimes, but sometimes when it's a commercial project that's complex, like 25
you
units,
just got all the
50
information from
units,
him.
you want to also know what he's going to do, how much equity is
Ask
involved.
him.
I am, but it's supposed to be on their letterhead. It's supposed to come from them. The bank wants it from them, really, not me to write it for them.
So what Chris is pretty much saying is, and now that I got the gist, he could easily just write his own thing or put it in layman's terms, but he wants the client to actually put it in their own words, because the client's going to talk more, let's just say, in depth about their plans and sound way more excited, get the bank excited,
Right.
than Chris ever could. I mean, Chris can be, yeah, the guy needs $50 million. Yeah, he's going to build it.
I can do it. They should have input. So it looks like they're sophisticated, like
Right. They know what they're doing.
worthy of the
Yeah.
What
loan.
they're doing, right?
Yes, and
You're gonna give $50 million to a guy that can't put 10 sentences together.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get
For
it.
some
I
niche
understand.
products where it is necessary, where we.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
in some cases,
Yeah, if it's a refinance, a DSCR loan, no, they don't need a summary letter. But if they're buying a 100-unit building,
That's different.
Those are
Exactly,
programs
the
that's
bank's
what I
going to want to
So-
know what's what, right?
exactly.
So just getting back to networking, listen, the easiest way that you can do it, you're going to see your accountant in the next couple of days, right? If you're filing your personal taxes, reach out to your accountant. Tell your accountant what you're doing. Let them know that you're doing business lending. Let them know that it's not a cash advance, because they're going to say, oh, I could do cash advances. It's not a cash advance. Focus on one product.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Focus on one product. They have to have a 680 plus credit score. Get 3 months of business bank statements. Make sure they have revenue, or they don't have to have revenue. 680 score though. 680 score, revenue or no revenue.
across the board, though, right?
They have to know 680 credit score. Yeah, TransUnion,
bureaus?
Equifax, and Experian.
Yeah, we want that.
They can either have revenue or don't have revenue. If they have revenue, try to make sure that it's above 25,000 and above. Reason why I say that is because I'm just speaking to you right now as a line of credit. That's it. Not a revenue-based loan, not anything else. And then from there, send it over to us. Let us look at it, but make that your target. No one is offering this. Find out and make that your target. 680 score, 3 months of bank statements, yes or no. Send that over to us along with the application. You have a business funding application. Send that over to us. Let's go ahead and get the client approved. That's it. That's the quickest way for you to do it. These deals are closing in 2 weeks. If then from there, we can possibly get something short term, an MCA, if there's an immediate need. That closes in 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah. So the MCAs is the product. I don't like to say MCAs. I like to say revenue-based funding because that's really what it is. But revenue-based funding for all you out there that's a part of Brokers Connection and everybody else, that's what's going to get you paid. That's what's going to get you paid the quickest. The quickest, right? Real estate deals take a little while. SBAs take a lot longer. Term loans take a little bit longer than that. But if you guys are looking to make money very fast, figure out if somebody has an immediate need for capital.
Yeah.
They need money in 24 to 48 hours. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Listen, there's a lot of MCA chop shops out there that try to shove money in people's account. That's not what we do. We want to actually build a roadmap for you. When you come in house, and I had several calls. I had several calls this evening just before we jumped on the podcast. But it's all about creating a roadmap for people. Everybody can use money right now. I can use an extra 10 grand right now. Everybody can, right? Figure out why they need the money.
What are you going to do with it?
And if they can put it, I'll put it to good use.
Yeah.
Figure out how they can put it. Figure out how they can put it to good use. Okay, and then also create the exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you guys can borrow 25 to 50,000 right now, but how you? Yes, you're gonna pay it back daily or weekly. That's how you're gonna pay it back. It's revenue based. It's a lot of risk involved. I don't know you. You don't know me. Sometimes you get these deals on with no tax returns.
Looking at P&Ls.
Yeah, when I'm looking at P&Ls, balance sheets, sometimes you get qualified for deals that are you get approved for an 18-month deal. You only been in business for 12 months.
Yeah,
it's a lot of risk associated with this industry. So how do we mitigate that risk? What's the exit strategy? Great, you took this $100,000 for 10 months. Amazing. Guess what? Now we have an SBA term sheet that says that we're going to buy everything out, give you $350,000. Now you took care of their short-term need, but also you gave them the peace of mind knowing that their weekly payment that they now have just incurred, now in about 90 days, it's not going to matter because we're going to buy that out with a 10-year term loan.
correct.
And it's and now you made 2 sales on a client. He's happy because he got his immediate need. He was able to meet his deadline. And now you give him a concrete exit strategy for now. He's not going to get bogged down by these weekly payments because now it's going to be converted into a 10-year term loan, which sometimes the term loan could be the same monthly payments, could be what he's paying per week.
Well, you had someone where you actually gave them a client said that they got it was your client or one of the clients. You guys said that the client was only getting approved for 50, 60,000.
Got approved for $60,000 from an unknown bank. Can't say it on air, but it's an unknown bank for equipment financing. Now he said he was approved. I mean, traditionally, I don't think he was approved. Guy's a 525 credit score. I don't know any bank that's going to give somebody. I don't know any bank that's going to give somebody with a 525 credit score like a 5-year equipment financing deal. If you guys know it, please plug me in again. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I want to know you. If you have that plug, please.
Whoa! Don't break the equipment.
I'm too strong. Tequila Thursdays. But
excited.
Yes, but anyway, if you guys here we go. Radical.
Put it in the hole.
I can't.
Use both hands.
I don't have steady hands. I'm not a doctor.
So yeah,
here we go.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So if you guys have the connection, I don't know, but I don't want to just shoot the guy down. So I just say, hey, listen, I don't really think that deal kind of exists. But here's what I do have for you. He was only going to get $60,000 from the bank. I had to approve for $125,000 over the course of 12 months, right? And the guy's like, wow. Now all of a sudden his tune changed. We were able to get driver's license for the check. We ordered contracts. They both signed. We should be closing that deal tomorrow in case something else comes up.
Can I ask you a question? Because everyone says, oh my, a merchant cash advance for revenue-based financing is too expensive.
Yeah.
Right. They confuse a factory with an interest rate. So please do me a favor. Do not make that mistake. And this is why I tell a lot of people, if you don't present this, because it's not a sale. If a client needs the money, they need the money. If you don't present this on a day-to-day, please do not try to go ahead and make the presentation.
Yeah.
Why? Because the first thing they're going to say, if and I'm not using your client, but I had another client. They got approved for
You
10,000.
can use them, just don't abuse them.
They got approved for 10,000. They're paying back $14,000. Automatically, your head's gonna be like, "Oh my God,
40%,
40%,
40%.
Wait, but it's gonna. You guys are gonna say 40% interest. Oh my God, you're wrong. If you're gonna compare apples to apples, do that. It's 40% for the cost of the money. You don't know the interest rate because I haven't given you a term. You understand? I can say it's gonna be 12 months. Right? I can say it's going to be 6 months. I can say it's 18 months. I can say it's 2 years.
2 years.
You understand? So don't say.
Well, you know, Jose, and I have to cut you off because this is laughable.
Oh,
This is laughable. Everyone's concerned with interest rate. People don't really know what the total cost of capital is.
yes, that's what
Right?
I was trying to pull it up right here because I
See,
love doing this.
I know you. I'm
you're
in
not
you.
no, I'm in you.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. No. So listen.
That bell close.
Okay, we had but no. Seriously, guys.
This is what
When people say when he's pulling something up, when people say that they want a low interest rate, if I say I'm going to give you $100,000 for 5 years,
you're taking my. I did. Why are you taking my shine?
because I understand what you're going to say in tequila, bro. It gives us power. But if I say that your interest rate is 12%,
yes,
for 5 years, and I'll give you $100,000, what are you paying back? At the end of that,
wait. Why don't we ask them? What are they paying back?
so at the end of that 5 years, if you got $100,000, let's just give 15%. 15% is really what the banks are loaning, anywhere between like 15, anywhere from a couple points above prime. Let's say 12 to 19.99%, right? So let's just say that the bank is approving you for 150. Let's do 150,000.
How about we do this? Let's do $100,000. $100,000.
Easy numbers.
Let's say $100,000.
Yep.
And you have to pay back 140,000.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just say that. So
Easy numbers.
that everyone's gonna say, "Oh my God, that's a 40% rate for APR." That's incorrect. We're gonna call what it is you call that a factor rate.
Yeah.
A factor rate means every dollar I give you, you're gonna pay me back $1.40.
Yep.
Right. So now what we're gonna do is this. I want to do this. Right. So let's say $100,000. Right. And everyone's gonna say, okay, so if you get a bank loan, your bank loan is gonna be 5-year terms.
Yep.
Interest rate is prime plus 4, so it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, say 12.
Let's say 12%.
Let's say 12, and that's like the best
Right?
rate they can get.
End.
Yes,
So,
that's like the best rate.
Now, here we go. So now, what's happening is at the end of the making the payment of 5 years, they're going to pay back $133,466.69. You know what factor rate that is?
That's a 133.
That's a 133 factor rate.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How do you go from 12, right, an interest rate of 12 to now everyone's saying, "Oh my God, it's a 33% APR"? It's just, listen, guys, at the end of the, guys and girls, at the end of the day, you wouldn't be. I don't want to sound harsh.
Sound harsh, please.
We gotta bring people out.
You wouldn't
2025,
be-
new year, new me.
Listen, honestly, I'm gonna call it out. You wouldn't be in this group if you knew how to sell this.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you wouldn't. It makes no sense, and I get frustrated because it's like, oh my God, it's expensive. Even my own sales guys, when they first start off, oh my God, this is too expensive for everyone. No, you don't know what the need is. You don't know if they're going to double that money. You don't know if they're going to triple that money. You don't know what's going to happen with that money. So at the end of the day, you have to understand what the need is. What is the need? Don't make decisions for the client, because the client may say, yo, I love this. It's going to make me X amount of money, so we're okay. We're good.
Yeah.
Right.
And listen, the reason.
Oh, you know what? I just got pulled down from a thing. But you know what? Think about it. Most credit cards are what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's going to be 33%, 24%, etc.
Unsecured money.
What are you complaining about?
Yeah.
And let's be honest. Like, if your credit score is under 600, you earned that because you're not paying somebody.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah.
You are not paying somebody.
It's
Payment history is not up to par.
Oh, whoa.
again,
Hold on.
ladies and gents. What you want to? You want to
I
read
like
chat?
this.
You want to read the chat? No. Go up. Scroll a little bit. Read the chat.
Oh, all right,
Read the chat. We got it. Whenever my man Sean Colby comments, we got to make sure that we definitely read that and everything else.
Okay.
No. Scroll. No, we read it. We have to read it for my man Sean Colby. That's my man. Oh, let me get the mouse really quick, because Sean, I was reading this. It was funny. I need the new leads. This is for Mitch and Murray downtown. Executive summaries. Just commenting back to what Chris said. Executive summaries are needed for the private investors and commercial to get to know the borrower. Big picture. I ask my clients, most of the time, to cure my ADD. Yes, exactly, Sean. You got to know. You have to act as if this is your money. Why should I loan to you? Why should I lend to you?
Why they're worthy?
Yeah, why exactly? If you take that approach instead of like you're just trying to beg for a sale, it's gonna work way better.
You also got to understand you're presenting it to the underwriter, so you have to act. You have to
Act
act
as
as if it's your own money.
You got to paint the proper picture.
Exactly. Jeffrey Lewis. Jeffrey, this is the first time I seen you comment. Thank you very
Jeffrey,
much.
how we doing?
Thank you very much. Drop a little something for you. Boom, Jeffrey. Thank you very much for your first comment. I need the leads. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're gonna make sure that everybody's taken care of tomorrow morning. Show call me, boom, bada bing. 1 loan, 2 loan, uppercut. There you go. We want to make sure we maximize every single client. Jeff Lewis, here we go. It's a nice one. Here we go. I have a client that grows an 800K auto repair shop that needs money now. Jeff,
you know that all of a sudden everybody's gonna start contacting you, right?
Yes.
There's a group that trolls us. I love it. I love it because it's gonna be great. But I'll make sure to send you an email tomorrow. Huh? They dropped early on the live. Okay, so whatever the case may be. Do me a favor. If you guys want to run any scenarios by us, send it over to deals, DEALS, at brokersconnectiongroup.com. There was a great conversation I had a couple of weeks ago, last week with I think his name was Richard. It was regarding a school. If you're on here, please do me a favor, send me that email. I never received it. But okay, you have a client that's gross. Can you come on the camera or just unmute yourself so we can go ahead and just talk about the client?
Yeah, Jeff, let's do something live really quick. We'll just roll down the scenario.
$100,000 auto repair that needs money. Okay.
And Jeff, trust me, that guy would have reached out to you last month. Like I said, everybody was nervous. Everyone was nervous before 2025. Now,
what's up,
Jeff,
brother? There you go.
How are you, Jeff?
Good evening, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, how are you? Here we go.
First,
yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay, so first question I have for you, what's their credit score? Okay, who? Okay.
Gotcha. So
wait, hold on. Be more specific. 6 what? 650, 620, 680, 6.
Low 6s. Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What are they looking for? What type of program? What type of program are they looking for? What type of program? Are they looking for a term loan? They're looking for a line of credit? Or are they just looking for money, period?
Are they looking for like a real estate deal? Like, are they looking to purchase a location?
Is the money, what did they generate last month?
Yeah.
Jeff, and the reason why we ask is because things might have changed, right? Sales might have dropped. Sales might have been.
They might have did the bulk of their money in the beginning of the year, and then now they're slow. And you know, Jeff, hopefully I can call you Jeff. Jeff, I just want to let you know, generally what people do, whenever people tell you, whenever these clients, because it's all about perception, whenever these clients tell you what they did for the year,
they give you
typically they're hiding what they did.
Typically, for the last couple of months, they didn't really do well. How many people have you spoke to that said, "Oh, you say, hey, what's your credit score?" They said, "Well, before COVID, I was a 700." brother. COVID was 5 years ago. We have to grow up.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
We have to figure. Life goes on. We have to figure something out.
Unfortunately, it's based on what you are right now. You know what? I could have maxed out my credit cards. I could have gone through a divorce. I could have been in a bad situation, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, my credit score dropped. So we're not looking at what you were before. We're looking at what you are right now.
And we listen, but we don't judge.
Peak statistics.
It's up to us, Jeff, to figure out how we can pivot, right? Yeah. Okay, mom has a 580. Sorry, mom, you probably can't use your credit. Then we have to use one of the other. We have to figure out strategically, because again, we never want to decline or deny anybody. There's so many different programs.
Unless they don't qualify.
Yeah, but no one should ever really get declined with so many.
Unless they don't qualify.
There's so many different programs.
Unless they don't qualify.
Unless they don't. If it's a super.
Unless they don't qualify, but they might not get the leverage you're looking for.
No, they might not get the program they want.
Right.
That's why I asked you in the very beginning.
Yeah.
If I thought you were going to say that they wanted a term loan or a line of credit, we like to set proper expectations, and I'm sure you
Yes.
do as well, because at the end of the day, we don't want to waste our time. You don't want to waste your time.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of people just spin their wheels to try to make something happen that really isn't there. There's guidelines for a reason.
They try to fit a square through a
Yeah.
circle hole. How does it? What is it?
I don't know what kind of
you're
hole
right,
you're trying
man.
to
Through a
fit it
circle.
to.
I would like to. Yeah, there we go, Chris. There we
Right.
go.
But Jeff, can we do this? Can we schedule a call with them tomorrow? Let's do a 3-way. So we can actually speak to the client and understand their needs. And you'll see how we ask the questions. There is an intake form. I don't know if you're part of Brokers Connection. You should have received an intake form so you understand the questions to ask to be able to get the correct answer. Now, if they had a different score, right, different scenarios can give you different approvals.
Mm.
Right? And
Different strokes for different folks. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Ah, congrats.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Who's your rep? No, so Albert, Albert does the introductory call. I'll make sure that your rep reaches out to you tomorrow and gets you on the phone. They'll give you the intake form so that you can have a base of the questions that you ask. But when we do the 3-way call, I want to do it with you. So I'm going to send you. Do me a favor. Send an email to, if you can, please. Deals DEALS at brokersconnectiongroup.com. I'm gonna go after this. I'll go back in and I will go ahead and send you over an email so that we can go ahead and get.
Also, and Jeff, really quick, I just want to say this to you. You're definitely not the first person that client talked to, right?
Mhm.
So, just judging by the way that they presented the information to you, my brother, they've spoken to many people before. They've gotten some declines before. They've asked for a certain dollar amount before and didn't get approved. That's why that's why the information that you gave us is so broad. That's all they gave you, because they're trying to hide something. They're hiding something. We have to let them know that we're on their side. Nothing to hide. Because at the end of the day, if they get funded, we get paid, right?
That's
So
the
our
only way,
interests are aligned. Tell us, treat us like we're your lawyer. What happened? I know you applied before. There's no way that you just apply. If you're trying to look for a new location, there's no way that you just know that you made 800,000. A lot of these guys that make money, that make money, they don't know how much money they made. They just don't know, right? So the fact that they said 800,000 last year, why didn't they tell you what they've done last quarter?
Correct.
There's a reason, right? So we have to uncover the skeletons, figure out what's what, get the client comfortable enough to give us the truth, and then make sure if the deal's worth our while or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, understand this. So just getting off topic with that, I know that we usually cut it at 8 p.m. However, I do see a couple of people, obviously, they have other responsibilities. Understand that we do have other times for us to run these scenarios. We love going through these scenarios. I'd rather speak to you, understand it, get the client on the phone while we're doing this, as opposed to us sending an email, going back and forth. We like to take action on the spot, right? We do several. We do live underwriting every Saturday, 11 o'clock. If that doesn't work for you guys, let us know. Give us feedback on the community. We will go ahead and change it. We'll do it 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. We'll do it on Fridays. We'll do it
1 in the morning, dude. I mean,
I'm sorry, what 11 in the morning.
Tequila
11 in the
Thursdays,
morning,
Tequila
I'm sorry,
Thursdays. Do we have a bell?
11 in the morning on Saturdays, and we'll do it in the afternoon. I'd rather just see you guys and get on the phone and we'll put it on speaker so we can go ahead and get everything knocked out. Trust me, at least for me, I don't like to wait. Money doesn't sleep, and neither do I. And I love to let's just get it going.
Time is up.
You know what? If you want, we'll get the client on the phone. Not right now, but I'm just saying tomorrow we can schedule. Let's get the client on the phone. Let's speak to them. Let's understand what the needs are, so we can go ahead and get this done.
Yes.
And transparency is the key.
Have a good night, Jeff.
Yeah, perfect.
Jeff, thank you very much for tuning in. I just want to read a couple more things. Sean, for the leads, will we know what type of funding they're looking for the leads? For the leads that we're putting this.
Sean, he replied, but just to be honest with you, remember these are clients, right, that own businesses. We are in the process of putting together people that inquired, right, so that you are able to go ahead and maximize on the lead. Right, read the thing.
It's further down.
Point to me and read the thing.
Okay, hold on. But before I read to answer your question, Sean, I got my man Sean Colby. If you lead by professional example with clients, you will keep them accountable and loyal. Correct. That's right. If they feel like you're an expert at what you're speaking about, Sean Colby, you're right. They're gonna regard you different. If they feel like you're speaking with an expert, they're gonna give you the truth. Right. Some of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you really ask for is integrity from your clients, so you can make sure that you're able to get them the program that they're looking for. So now to answer Sean, the leads are intent leads. They were looking for, SBA, lines of credit, business funding, etc. We don't really know specifically, but we just know at one point in
Wait, and
time.
these are you giving them away for free?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
All right, hold on.
Hold on, real quick, ladies and gentlemen. One day that mystery voice is speaking in the background.
Hold on.
You'll see him.
Hold on. So if these are the clients, I thought these were just regular businesses that had no idea. But if they're looking for business funding, honestly, shame on you if you are not getting on these calls with these guys to be able to go ahead and set up your CRM properly, set up the leads, and get everything else. This is easy money. I've never gotten this when I first started off. You got a network.
Most
people.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people, just like Chris, they just get B2B leads.
I just want to sign up for Brokers
Yeah,
Connection.
just
Send me leads.
They got to come up with their own questions to find the prospect them. You know what I'm saying?
Send
Going
me
in
leads.
Bradstreet.
Go ahead, Shelly had a question.
Shelly, hi Shelly. Thanks very much for tuning in. Generally, what's more important, the credit score or the credit profile?
Both.
That's a you question, Jose.
So the credit score, the credit profile, because you're gonna have a.
Now, hold on. First off, before you answer the question, what is the difference between the credit score and the credit profile?
You can have a 720 credit score, but you can have derogatories.
Yes.
You can have delinquencies. Now, it
Have
doesn't mean that they're
foreclosure.
recent, but they were old from before. As long as they're not within a year, you're good to be able to move forward with funding. You would want to get rid of them if possible, if you can. But make sure that your utilization isn't high. It's 20% or lower. Make sure you don't have any derogatories or latenesses.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading because we're gonna wrap it up soon. But we'll never end the podcast without answering every single question or just responding to you guys. I know you guys have somewhere to go. It's a Thursday. You guys have way better places to be. Thanks for being here with us. So Sean Colby says pivot to the paydex score. Sean, when?
Wait. Pivot to the paydex score. What do you mean by that, Sean?
Mr. Colby. Oh, but
Yes. I agree with you, but a lot of those programs, unless you have access to them, they really don't exist. For at least on us, I don't want to say they don't exist. We don't have access to those programs where the paydex score. Yes, you need to be able to have a payment history. Lines of credit would be great on that, but they got majority of the time you got to go full doc. You have to present documentation. Yep.
yeah. Yeah, and Sean Colby, you know what? The banks, when you do go full doc, they definitely do check your paydex score. You know what I mean? But again, it's one of those things where like the bank will just decline you and not even tell you why. So we'll just assume it's some algorithm, just like the SBA will decline you for an E-Tran score. No one knows what it's composed of.
The next one. Yeah.
Yeah, something in the background's not working. Yeah.
All right. So the next one was when can we help people with credit repair? Only if they take money from us first, or can we help them so they qualify? No. So we do have a. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sean.
I'm just saying we can help them right up front, get them where they need to be bankable.
Right. And what's the process? What do they have to send over to us in order for that to happen?
We provide them a link to what's the name of the company?
Identity IQ.
Identity IQ. They print up a profile. We do a full analysis and come up with a whole game plan of how we're going to help their credit, and we take it from there.
So what Sean is saying, and this is how we handle every credit repair client. If we want them to qualify for better programs, obviously we need them to have a 680, right? So with the credit repair, we have a partnership with Experian. We go ahead, we do a soft credit check, depending on what their credit looks like. We send it to our credit repair team. They look at it. They give us an analysis. They give us a price. We tell them everybody makes money.
Yeah, and
that's how we handle that.
It all depends on how banged up their credit is, what needs to be fixed, and that's going to determine their price point.
Shelly said requesting intake form. Shelly, if you have not received it, if you're part of the Brokers Connection group, we will make sure you receive it. Yep. What is the email, Jose, that they need to email any questions for this podcast? What is it?
Deals at brokersconnectiongroup.com. So deals, DEALS at brokersconnectiongroup.com.
Shelly, just simply, if you're a part of Brokers Connection Group, just email that, say, hey, listen, I need an intake form. We'll make sure you have it right after this podcast. Thanks for tuning in again. Jeffrey, are these leads in the state where we live?
Mm-hmm.
I
There are a variety of leads.
Yeah, I was gonna say I firmly believe that's gonna be across all 50 states. But Jeff, everyone wants people that to deal with people that walk that they have walked the same path of life as them or crossed the same roads as them. We all want to deal with local businesses. Just unfortunately, that's just not something that we could always target. You might be able to do the bulk of your business in a different state. You have no idea unless you try it out. You know what I mean? So I'll just say that. Shamil, it's the first time I ever seen you comment. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shamil, are you guys emailing these leads or yeah, I'm a little confused.
No, they're gonna get the login.
So do me a favor. You know what? Because everyone is asking. Actually, the voice behind the camera. Come over here. Chris Schmidt actually has to get up for a minute. Come over here and let us know exactly so we can go ahead and get it done.
Let's see the hand.
There he is. There he
Wow,
is.
this
Wow.
handsome,
Clap it up.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin.
Certified badass.
Every soundbite we have.
There we go.
That's a genius.
All right, so now
Go ahead.
to my left or camera right, whatever you guys are seeing. Who do I have here to our left?
Certified badass.
Oh!
It's a new mic drop.
So, Lucas, I'm the business developer for Brokers Connection, and I'm working on the leads.
I'm
for
the
you
business
guys.
developer. What are you talking about?
I'm the chief business
Oh,
developer.
G-O!
You
The
got the
CEO.
Mm.
Now,
Yikes.
CBDO.
That must be new to CBDO. I don't even know. I know CBD, I know CEO. He combined them both.
So is that CBD?
All right, no, real quick, Lucas, because listen, everyone has to go. 8:16. This
Lucas,
is
real
this
quick.
is the
Yeah,
latest
yeah,
we've
yeah.
ever
This is
had it.
you.
Real quick, just tell them what they can expect from the leads and the whole experience. Really quick,
All right, so
button it up.
intent leads. So these are leads of people that are actually searching for business loans in the past. In the
Nice.
past 14 days. So they were either looking for SBA
14?
loans,
That's
lines of
fresh.
credit.
Are we gonna
very
get some for the
fresh.
office?
Yeah, we need.
Yeah, man, that's
needed it.
fresh.
Fuck, you've been
No?
holding out on
This
us.
is just for the community for now. I'm
All
gonna,
right.
What
I'm gonna
about
run
us?
your campaigns later.
All right.
Wow.
You and Jose like to touch me when you're making points. I mean, Jesus, what's gonna happen off camera? This is crazy. No, but go ahead.
Stop, guys. You saw what happened to Diddy. Stop.
So these leads are very high intent. They were looking either Bing or Google, anywhere. Like they were searching for these keywords, right? So we get access to these leads. I'm gonna provide you guys our own database. So you're gonna have a login. So you're gonna log in. You're gonna download the leads and you're gonna upload to your CRM, which we have videos already instructing you guys to do that. And then you just push them to the workflows. The workflow is gonna start nurturing the leads automatically. I get there about 70 to 100 deals a week just running the workflows that you guys already have access to. You're just not using it. I know.
God, man.
You guys are not using it, but I get 70 to
Because he's
100
busy with
deals.
Brokers Connection clients.
Nah,
Too
man.
busy. Too busy.
Yeah, from code to gold. As
Cold to
Albert said,
gold.
Oh, cold to gold. We need to trademark that. Put that on the shirt. No. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to button this up. First off, thank you, Lucas, for joining on. I know that you're a little camera shy. Like I said, 1 out of every 3.
You're gonna start joining us more often.
Yeah, you should, because a lot of
There is a lot
of the
information.
community have questions, and we need you to
Wait,
go ahead and
so
answer.
just so you're not emailing to them. So what do they have to do? Because they're confused. What do they have to do? I'm sorry. Once again, so how do they get access to the leads?
So it's gonna be inside your CRM.
Go to the CRM.
You're gonna have a little button that says Better Business Leads. You're gonna click on it, and then you're gonna log in with your information, and then you're gonna have access to the database. So you're gonna pick if you have a state specific. I want to look at Florida deals, or I want to look at
Oh, so
California
you can
deals.
look at.
So you can, yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then
that was
you
actually
pick the people from
huge.
California. They were actually looking for business financing. You can download the entire list and then put it through the workflow.
Oh, Shelly has a question. Who's my contact? My communications with you so far come from the team. So Shelly, if
So
you
Shelly
are
doesn't have a dedicated.
if she obviously paid for the membership and she's on, she does get a dedicated rep.
Yeah.
It does.
I will find out who that is, Shelly. Definitely,
Sean.
we will find out who that is.
It could be
Sean?
Sean if you want. It's all good.
It could be Sean. Shelly, if you want Sean, just
Sean,
gotta say it.
Shelly, listen, if you want
That's
to,
it.
if you want to,
I
if you want to
will.
request the broker by name, smiley face. All right, so
all right.
You might,
Sean,
it might be a match made in heaven. You might
all
be
right,
good.
all right. So Shelly, Sean would be your
Dedicated rep.
Dedicated rep.
I got you.
It's gonna be Sean. SHAWN.
S-
Go ahead. Shout yourself out.
I put in work. Yeah, SHAWN
At
at letmakecapital.com.
there you go, Sean. SHAWN at lemmakecapital.com. Debbie.
Oh, Debbie.
You know who my rep
Debbie,
is.
thank you very much for commenting and thank you very much for being with us this evening. Debbie said, please find out who my dedicated rep is.
All right, I can find out right now.
All right, so listen, anyone that's in here, because I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I don't want you guys to feel like we're just holding you here hostage. Any questions that you guys have, please email.
Deals, DEALS at brokersconnectiongroup.com.
And we will make sure if you ladies and gentlemen do not have a dedicated rep, that you will have one by the end of this podcast. Again, the topic tonight was really all about networking. Of course, we always go from the tangent because we love just speaking to you guys, and we kind of go off sometimes off script. Listen, our marketing team dedicates a lot of hours during the week before the podcast coming up with this. We always go off tangent once we start, conversing with you, ladies and gentlemen, or just going over scenarios or just going over stuff from the week. But really, just to button everything up and summarize the episode, networking, again, it's never about what you know. It's always about who you know. If you're out to dinner, you hear somebody speaking about a mortgage, turn around, let them know what you do. A lot of the times you're the walking, talking advertisement. You guys just don't know it because you're not confident enough to speak about the products. Okay, it's our job to get you guys up to that point, so you guys can speak intelligently without us on the phone. With you guys on three-way. But all in all, please ask the questions. There's people in your day-to-day life, even on your social media, you guys they don't even know what you, ladies and gentlemen, do on a daily basis. They don't even know that you guys now have a side hustle, or maybe this is your full-time hustle. They don't know what you do. Let them know. I seen someone the other day that I was good friends with, that I grew up with since elementary school, that just got a mortgage, got approved for a house for $1.5 million in my town, that I could have got that sale if they knew what I did.
We just assigned Daryl to you. So Daryl, you're Debbie's rep.
Debbie, hi. We will, if you would like, we can jump on a call tomorrow. Let's talk. Give you my cell phone number. We'll talk, and I'll bring you up to speed on everything, Debbie. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much. But just to, again, button this up, because you guys have to go speak to the people around you. Don't just offer the services to just clients or just 1,000 leads that we give you. Walk, talk, converse with people. This is what I do. How can I help you? You have a plethora of different programs. A lot of these people in your daily community or your day-to-day are getting deals from everybody else and not from you because they don't know what you do. But again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to our 10th edition of Tequila Thursdays. Again, thank you so much. You guys could have been anywhere else on the planet this evening, but you're here with us. So thanks for taking the time out to speak with us. We'll see you guys next week with another edition, and next week we're gonna spice it up a little bit.
Yes, sir. Have a great night, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care,
folks.
Lucas, you actually should be on
social media. Social media. Me too. Those lights are bright now. All right, take off the headset. A little bright.